It's finally here! This week, we get real pumped about the fact that we are going to go see Deadpool and Wolverine on opening night. We talk about a lot of the rumors and theories and news that's been leading up to this movie, as well as all kinds of other information out there in the pop culture universe. Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse. Warning.
Red alert.
Ay, 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 ay!
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger!
That's the emergency alert.
This episode is full of spoilers for some of the latest and greatest nerdy movies and shows.
Spoilers.
Listener discretion is advised. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Infinite Taylorverse podcast. I'm Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Oxner.
And this week, we're back to talk about some of the awesome stuff going on out there in the pop culture universe. But before we jump into all that, Taylor, what have you been nerding out about this week, man?
So I stumbled upon this YouTube channel, this guy named Modtecca, spelled Modtecca, and he has this series of videos called Creepy Videos That You Can't Look Away From. And a lot of them is just random explanations or like stuff that's going on that you don't know about. It's just like all those videos so far have just been like, oh man.
Yeah.
And so it's, if you want a nice little just, geez, moment
Yeah.
where your brain kind of explodes for a little bit, they're fun videos to watch. They're usually only like 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Modtecca, is that what you said?
Yeah, all one word.
Okay. Might have to cautiously check that out.
Yeah, not in front of kids for sure.
Yeah. Well, for me, I kind of have a couple things I'm nerding out about this week. One of them is that Oliver and I have been watching My Hero Academia, and we're about halfway through the 4th season now.
Okay, you passed me then. Finally.
It is so good.
I am in the woods right now.
Oh, okay. I know exactly where you are.
Yep. The bunny people, the bunny superheroes just got their butts whooped.
Yeah. It's funny, where Oliver and I are now, a lot of Funko Pops are starting to make sense.
Oh, awesome.
There's so many characters that I've seen in Funkos that I am thinking, who the heck are these guys? But now we're starting to be introduced to all these people, and some good ones and bad ones, and I'm really liking the storyline that's happening right now, and it's one of those things where the bad guy's just really making me mad, and I cannot wait to see justice happen.
Awesome.
It's funny, Emily, my wife, who's not really super into this kind of stuff, we've had it playing a lot lately, and she walked through and made the comment, man, these shows are so dramatic. And it just made me laugh because they are so dramatic.
Well, yeah, have you ever has anyone ever explained like how wrestling is just redneck anime?
I have heard that.
Where it's like everything revolves around a tournament. There's like a mystical element to some of the characters. All of them have like big personalities. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah. I can see that now. My second thing that I'm nerding out about a little bit. So over on Threads, which is Instagram's version of Twitter, I guess, the actor Diedrich Bader, you know who I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Oh man, he's in a lot of things. He's the voice of Batman Brave and the Bold with the Hammers of Justice.
Oh yeah, I love that voice.
And he's
for
on
Batman, actually.
Yeah. He's on Napoleon Dynamite. He's on Drew Carey Show. Anyway, he's on Threads, and he made a post about his delicious barbecue, and it was from LC's in Kansas City. And someone commented on his post, "Where are you?" And he wrote, "I'm in Kansas City, baby," or something like that. And anyway, I made a comment that said, "Oh, nice, you're in my neck of the woods. Want to hang out?" And then I put hashtag shoot your shot with one of your favorite celebs. And he liked it. He didn't say anything, but I was like, oh, cool.
Oh.
I thought it'd be kind of funny if, he said something. But earlier I looked back and I saw that he liked it, and it just kind of made me laugh.
That's awesome.
Be a funny thing if that, went somewhere. That would be kind of funny.
Well, we can make a request on the podcast, a plea to please come on the show. That would be great.
Yeah. I mean,
We're pretty laid back.
right? Pretty cool dudes.
We're pretty chill, bro. You can just chill with us. It's probably not chill that we're calling ourselves this chill, but we're chill.
Yeah. Not that chill, but we're chill.
We're chill. Yeah. Also, before we move on from Batman, my friend Danielle, who has been part of our weekly movie night that we've been going on for half a decade now, she saw her very first Batman movie ever.
Okay, which one was it?
Adam West's The Batman.
And that's the only Batman she's seen?
Yes. And that's the one that we picked for her to watch first.
That's hilarious.
So she died hysterically at the fact that he has eyebrows on his mask.
Right.
Which made me remember that the new Kenner line of those superpower toys, they have the Japanese Batman out.
Yes.
And he has the eyebrows on his mask too.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, I'm hardcore trying to find Wave 8 figures that came out a few days ago.
Which ones are those?
So the latest ones are Booster Gold, Guy Gardner Green Lantern, the Fleischer Superman with that chest emblem, a Dark Knight Returns Batman, a darker suit Black Manta, and Metamorpho. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird lineup of characters, I feel like.
And before this wave, obviously you can get these things online, but the only places you could get them in person are Walmart and GameStop. But Wave 8 is now also going to be found at Target.
Oh.
So yeah, Walmart, GameStop, and Target. And let's just say in the past couple days, I've been to 5 Walmarts, 4 Targets, and 3 GameStops, and I haven't found a single one of them. So that sucks.
Have they ever made a Metamorpho toy before?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think if I remember one, but I think there was one from the DC Universe line. The ones that are like the Star Wars Black figures.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there was one there, but I can't quite remember.
One interesting thing about this Metamorpho figure, most of these figures match the card back art, except Metamorpho has the multicolored legs, but in the card back art, he has black pants on. So so he's a mismatch from the character to the art versus every single other character.
Interesting.
But yeah, I really want it. There's a checklist out, and I've been keeping track of it. Let's see if I can find it here. There are 43 figures, and I have 24 of them.
Who are you missing? Besides, of course, the brand new line.
Yeah, other than the brand new line, I'm missing the second Wonder Woman with the blue cape, Aquaman, Robin, the second Batman they put out with the more classic suit, the first Black Manta with the more purpley blue suit, the second Superman they put out with the new 52 looking suit, the second Robin they put out with the Tim Drake outfit, Batman that looks like Michael Keaton Batman, the more new 52 looking Flash, the reverse Flash, Hal Jordan, Sinestro with his yellow Sinestro Corps suit, and Brainiac with the black outfit and the beard and the purple cape. And then, of course, the whole new wave.
Interesting. I don't think I've seen any of those.
Yeah. Later, I'll text you my screenshot. They have a lot of vehicles, too. There's the Superman spaceship-looking thing, the Batwing, the Batmobile, Wonder Woman's invisible jet, the Batcopter. There's the silver version of Brainiac's ship, the Bug, which is Blue Beetle's ship, and then the second version of Brainiac's ship. And I have every single vehicle except the second version of Brainiac's ship.
Oh. How many of the things did you get on clearance? Any of it?
Almost all of it.
Really?
Not the newer things, not the last couple waves, but everything before that. Other than the Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman, I bought those right off the shelf immediately, but everything else I kind of waited, and they went on clearance fast, actually.
Yeah. They're very specific audience.
Yeah. I really like the 3-pack with Peacemaker, Judo Master, and Vigilante. That's a cool one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one.
There's a new San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 3-pack coming out, and it's called the Trinity Pack, and it's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, but each character is black and white, except the logo on their chest is colorful. Those actually look really cool.
That's neat.
I'll probably never get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of cool stuff to be nerding out about this week. Let's go ahead and jump into the news. There is a lot of rumors and things going on, with this week being the week that Deadpool and Wolverine finally comes out. And first of all, we are so pumped. By the time you hear this episode, we've already seen it. But as of right now, we haven't seen it yet, and we're so excited.
Yeah.
Let's see some of these things going on. Kevin Feige was in an interview recently, and he had a really cool quote. He said that if Avengers Infinity War is a 9 and Avengers Endgame is a 10, Deadpool and Wolverine is an 8 in terms of how impactful it is on the future of the MCU. So I thought that was an interesting quote, and this movie is going to be kind of important.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the introduction of mutants into the MCU.
Right. And he also went on to say that Deadpool and Wolverine is the beginning of the mutant era of the MCU. So that's kind of cool to know that moving forward, we're going to be seeing a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. I wonder if that affects any of the movie stuff before this. Are we going to see, like, in Captain America, are we going to see mutants? Or Thunderbolts, are we going to see some mutants? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
There's a big rumor about who's going to be playing Lady Deadpool. Who is this? Who is that? And one of the big ones is that Ryan Reynolds himself is just going to be who's under the mask, which is kind of hilarious and would be a really funny troll move. But he came out himself and said, okay, that's hilarious, but it's not me. It is a casted person other than myself. But I thought that was a really funny idea, and I can totally see him doing that.
Yeah.
But the biggest rumor right now is that his actual wife, Blake Lively, winds up playing Lady Deadpool. And there's another rumor that Matthew McConaughey is the one dressed up as the cowboy variant of Deadpool. That would also be kind of funny.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of stuff. It's been rumored that Patrick Stewart is going to show up as Professor X in this movie. But the most important thing that I read was the producer of this movie was recently interviewed as well, and he said, oh yeah, we have on purpose put out all kinds of false rumors and leaks about this movie just to throw people off, and we've been doing it for months. So that's kind of funny too.
Oh,
but yeah,
makes sense.
This movie's coming, as I said earlier. You guys have probably already seen it. We've already seen it by the time this episode's come out, and I am just so excited.
Yeah. We're both very excited.
Some early reviews said it is the MCU's return to form. So we'll see what that means when we see it.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of other rumors in other places with Marvel. Right now there's a big rumor that when Spider-Man 4 gets here with Tom Holland, that Tobey Maguire is going to actually be a very big lead character in this movie with him.
What?
Yeah. I
thought we were going to be done with all the variant stuff.
I don't know.
By then.
I'm always down to see the OG return, and especially if the story makes sense and everything like that.
I mean, yeah, if it works, it works. I'm just saying.
It's funny to see all these little snippets out of context, and your brain just starts going everywhere like, okay, what does this mean? What could that be like?
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin Feige also confirmed, like we've heard the rumblings, but he confirmed that Nova is coming to the MCU, and it's going to be a Disney Plus series, and it's going to be the Richard Rider version of the character.
Awesome. I really wanted it to be the Richard Rider version.
Yeah. Kevin Feige also confirmed that the new owner of Avengers Tower is going to be revealed soon in an upcoming project.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. It'd be crazy if it was Kingpin or something like that.
Do you think it's Norman Osborn?
Oh, that'd be even better.
Because, like, that's what has been going through my head.
Yeah. Oh, that's who I hope it is. Mark Ruffalo recently confirmed that he will be returning as the Hulk in Captain America 4, which makes sense with Red Hulk showing up in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, the craziest rumor that I've seen floating around right now is that Robert Downey Jr. is going to return as Tony Stark, but something's going to happen that turns him into the MCU's version of Doctor Doom. And I don't know what that means or how they could do that in a way that makes sense, but that's one of the things floating out there right now.
I don't like that.
That was my first thought too. It'd be crazy though if somehow this Fantastic Four movie, which is set in a parallel timeline, what if he's from that timeline and in that timeline he is Doctor Doom? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. They've also said that Marvel Studios has finally found their Kang replacement, but they're keeping it under wraps of who it is until the time is right. So that's another interesting thing they've said.
All right.
And the final thing I have with Marvel is that in Spider-Man Noir, which is coming out on Prime pretty soon, Nicolas Cage is not playing that version of Peter Parker. He's going to be playing Ben Reilly as Spider-Man.
Why?
I don't know. It didn't say why.
Okay.
It also said that the main villains are going to be Silvermane and Yuri Watanabe, which I can see that making sense in a more gangstery period piece type thing.
Sure.
But yeah, that's it with Marvel. Over with DC, there's a few things going on. This week we had the season 2 finale of My Adventures with Superman, and I love that show. I'm not gonna lie. I have enjoyed every single second of that show. I know I'm biased to the character. It reminds me of how good things like Avatar: The Last Airbender make me feel when I watch it. I just feel good. It has a lot of that to it, for me at least. And the finale, it wasn't a 2-part finale, but the second to last episode and the finale episode kind of went together in my mind, even though it wasn't to be continued. And those 2 episodes were probably the best 2 out of the whole 2 seasons, and they just made me feel so good.
That's awesome.
So anyone who has not seen My Adventures with Superman, it's 100% on Max right now. And then the cool thing to me was when it ended, it had a very series finale feel to it. They could have ended it right there, and I think it would have been a fine ending. But it said at the very end in the credits, My Adventures with Superman will return for season 3, which is already in production. I'm like, oh, yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a quality show. Like, I had nothing bad to say about it. I think the quality is good. I think all the decisions that have been made so far, I don't know. I like it.
And Jack Quaid, who is the voice of Superman, who we all know as Huey from The Boys, he was in an interview earlier this week saying that he actually auditioned for James Gunn's new Superman movie, and he's like, yeah, that obviously didn't go anywhere, but I thought I'd shoot my shot.
It's funny.
That would have been a very interesting choice if that's who they went with, but as the voice of Superman, I really like him in that cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay, earlier today, as of us recording this, they released the Joker Fall Adieu trailer. I know I sent it over to you to see if you'd seen it yet. What'd you think about it?
I have no desire to see this movie anymore.
I do have to say, when I saw this trailer, I just felt pretty meh about it. I didn't feel crazy excited as the hype that it was kind of getting. And there was a teaser trailer, but now that I'm seeing a full-blown trailer, not to be, an uncultured swine or anything, but it just seems too artsy-fartsy for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I like a good artsy movie. It's just, I cannot stand musicals. And to go from the movie, by the way, that has not aged that great.
Yeah.
I watched it recently and it was just like, oh, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll see it because I like supporting these kind of things, but I really am just not into it, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a full-blown trailer for that one if you guys want to go check it out. There's also a clip that's been released from the new Batman Caped Crusader animated series that's going to be premiering on Amazon Prime on August 1st. But there's a clip of Batman driving in the Batmobile trying to stop some villains, and then Catwoman's at the end of it, and it just looks fun. It looks like it's, sort of in that Batman the Animated Series style, except this is a period piece. It takes place in the 40s. There's no cell phones. There's no crazy computer technology and all that stuff. It's just old school 1940s Batman being Batman, and it looks really good. And speaking of Batman, there's a big rumor right now that Glenn Powell, who's been in just about everything lately, is being considered to play Batman in the new DCU. And Glenn Powell, if you don't know who that is, he was in the Top Gun Maverick. He was in that Sydney Sweeney comedy that just recently came out. He's been in a lot of things lately. He's in the new Twisters sequel movie.
Oh, I want to see that.
I want to see that too. It's been getting so much acclaim from every reviewer, and not just, people online and companies, but every friend that I've known that's seen it has extremely enjoyed it. So I want to see that too.
I guess there's the 4D is worth going to.
Oh yeah, I'll bet it is.
Like we had a buddy of mine, and he went to the 4D of it, and he said it was awesome.
I didn't even think of that. Definitely might have to do that.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I know Lauren doesn't like those 4D things. They kind of make her nauseous, but I might be able to talk her into this one.
As much of a cinephile as I consider myself, I've never been to a 4D movie.
I've been to one. I went to one of the Pirates movies.
Oh, okay.
In 4D, and it sprays you at one point. It's like a mist, it's nothing, but it
just kind of immerses you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also been some news that James Gunn has cast his Booster Gold, and it's a very interesting choice, I think. I don't dislike it. It just seemed out of nowhere. But he has cast, it sounds like, Kumail Nanjiani as Booster Gold.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how I feel about that, but I like the personality for it.
Yes.
So it might be awesome.
That's what I was thinking too.
I think it would be, I don't know.
I feel like it's going to surprise us.
Yeah.
Exactly because of what you said. It's the personality. He can totally be that guy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And people, got to get over the actors not 100% looking like what the comic book art looks like, as long as they pull it off and do a great job. That's how I feel.
I agree. I've thought that for a long time.
All over in the comics side of things, DC just revealed its first look at the Absolute Universe. And if you guys don't know what the Absolute Universe is going to be, think of Marvel's Ultimate Universe with Marvel Comics, where they kept their main line of stories, but then created the Ultimates Universe so they could do all new different things simultaneously while continuing their main line. Well, that's what the Absolute Comics is going to be for DC. And they just revealed the first look at Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they do with this Absolute Universe, and I'm going to be right there to read it as soon as it comes out.
How does everybody look?
They look very different, I'd say. Very, very modernized, much younger. Batman looks very, very, very swole. Superman's got long hair. He looks like a young dude, not some experienced dude in a very typical superhero suit. And then Wonder Woman just looks like an Amazonian. Her outfit checks out. But we've got no news, no plot lines, no nothing other than the 3 images of these 3 characters. And even without the images, I was sold because I really like the Ultimate Marvel stuff. So yeah, I can't wait to see where they go with it and what kind of stories come out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be neat. I wonder if they're going to eventually fold the best characters and stuff into their universe, just like they did with the Ultimates.
Yeah, you never know. Another thing,
maybe it'll be like a big event for them.
Yeah, we know DC Comics, they do like their big events.
They do.
Another interesting thing I read about in the comics right now is I haven't been reading a lot of the current stuff other than a couple lines. I've been reading some Superman stuff, but over in Batman, it sounds like Dick Grayson just went through a whole lot of stuff. He was framed for all kinds of bad stuff. And so in the Nightwing comics, he was kind of getting in a lot of trouble for some stuff he was not doing, but it sounds like that's all been resolved, but he's now going on a spiritual journey through Nanda Parbat and all this stuff. And in his absence, some stuff is going down in Bloodhaven, and Bruce Wayne has put on the Nightwing outfit to go take his place in Bloodhaven for a small time period.
Is that crazy looking?
He just imagine Nightwing, but like crazy big and buff. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. And again, I haven't read any of the new Batman since the new stories have started in the past couple years. But this one plot synopsis and image I saw made me want to go read all of it. Over with Star Wars, there's not a ton of news this week, but we just got that finale of The Acolyte. And man, it was so good. They revealed a ton of stuff about that time period's Jedi. Oh, we also got to see the first on-screen transformation of a lightsaber going from the light side to the dark side.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was so cool. And the way that it was broken, if you look at a close-up of the image, the crystal itself was touching her skin. And people online are freaking out like, oh, I can't do it like that, blah, 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 blah. And then other people pointed out, oh, the crystal was touching her. And in that moment, she was feeling pure, unadulterated hatred. And it was just going right into the crystal. And so, of course, we saw it. And I liked that because that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But in this episode, we also got to see a glimpse of Darth Plagueis. That was crazy.
I can't believe they didn't do more for that.
I know. I think it was just enough to get us wanting more, just to see him.
Yeah.
At some point, someone who was talking on one of the comms sounded like Palpatine. It sounded like Ian McDiarmid's voice. And I don't know if that's supposed to be anything. Also, because this is 100 years in the past. He can't be that old. But one of those voices sounded just like him to me. And I had to go back and I rewound it a couple times. And nothing pointed out that that's who it was. But that's just who the voice on the comm sounded like to me. And then, of course, at the end, after it was all said and done, we get that last scene to close it out. And there was Yoda in all of his tiny little 3-foot-tall glory.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yes. And it sounds like it's been greenlit for season 2, and I can't wait to see where they go with this.
Yeah, people are probably losing their mind over the fact that it was greenlit for a second season.
Right? There's been a lot of hate thrown at this show, but I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't near the best Star Wars thing, for sure. It wasn't close to being the best. Probably the lower tier show of all the Star Wars shows, but it's not that bad. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, hey, a few more things out there. The Boys had its season finale. What'd you think about that craziness?
It made me ready for the last season.
Yeah.
That's for sure. There was a lot of ups and downs this season. Like a lot of ups and downs. And the Soldier Boy thing at the end was amazing to me.
Yes. Do you think Butcher is 100% gone mentally and he's taken over by this parasite?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah. I am excited to see where that goes. One, I guess, bit of a bummer, though, is Carl Urban was in an interview and he said, we're going to get season 5 not until 2026. So that kind of sucks.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, like you said, it's been awesome. I think I'm real excited to see what the heck is up with Ashley. What powers did she get? Or
Yeah,
does she
for
just
sure.
become a crazy, de-evolved looking mess? Who knows?
Yeah.
People watching House of the Dragon the past couple weeks have been crazy. We've been seeing some new people take flight on dragons, which is out of the history of these people. In the past, you know, only Targaryens can fly dragons, but now we got a new dragon rider, let's just say, and it either means one of two things. One, somehow this person has some Targaryen blood in them, or two, it's just a load of BS to say that only a Targaryen can fly a dragon just to keep themselves a cut above the common people, and they made it this big rhetoric that they're better than everyone and they're the only people that can do it. But yeah, we'll see what that means in the next 2 episodes. There's only 2 episodes left of this season. Oh, we also got a new trailer for Beetlejuice that revealed a whole lot more about the story. That one looks really fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that movie.
Yeah, every little bit more that I've seen makes me think it's going to be a really good, fun movie to watch.
Yeah. Hopefully the actors made sure that the script was perfect before they signed on.
Yeah. Over with comics, they just released that there's going to be a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Naruto 4-part miniseries comic book crossover. And I have zero details about plots, but I really want to read it.
That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched Naruto.
You know what? I've only watched the first season, but I kind of want to watch more. I think when we're done with My Hero Academia, that might be the next thing we watch.
Right on.
And speaking of comics, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is about to start its brand new run of comics, starting with a brand new issue number 1, and the whole thing is being helmed by Jason Aaron, so that's kind of cool.
That's very cool.
And speaking of Jason Aaron, he just recently put out that book. It was the Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime book. It's just a one-shot book. It was, you know, one of those 80-pagers, and I read it a couple weeks ago, and it's actually really good. Imagine
That's awesome.
A multiverse story, but it's, you know, Duckburg and all the DuckTales characters, and there's all these infinite amounts of Uncle Scrooges and Launchpads and the nephews, and it's definitely, you know, it's somewhere between a kid's book and a grown-up book because it's written very well. It's not, you know, pandering towards children, but it's a book that children could enjoy or adults could enjoy, and I would definitely recommend it. It's a good read.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's about it for the news this week. Stay tuned for some news in the weeks to come about Casey Retro coming up. Your boys here at the Taylorverse be hanging out and having fun at that place. But as for us here at the Taylorverse, I've been Billy Taylor.
And I'm Taylor Rockstar.
And come back next week, guys. Same Taylor time, same Taylor channel.
Bye.
Bye.